Okay, let's get into your reading, Aries. Okay, if you're watching this, someone is going to come forward towards you. Now, I really feel here that the Four of Wands is showing certainty. Someone here is coming to you with extreme certainty that you are the one for them, that they want to progress things along with you. And I want you to really sit with that word, certainty, loves, for a second before we go any further, because certainty is rare. Most people who come toward you come with a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of testing the water first. This person is not doing that. This person already knows. This person has felt so much towards you from the very, very beginning of having known you. This person feels like you are the one for them, that you are the one they want to grow old with, they want to build with, they want to be with, they want to have a life with. They want to progress things with you. They feel like you are the one for them, that you are their person. They feel so much certainty in the fact that you are literally the person for them, that they don't think otherwise. And knowing at this level, loves doesn't come from a few weeks of infatuation. It comes from watching someone long enough to be completely sure of what you're seeing. Okay, I am telling you with so much certainty, if you are here, this is for you. Like I am telling you, I have manifested that this reading would only find you if it is meant for you. And I want to be honest with you, loves. I don't say that lightly. I don't build a reading around this much specific detail unless the pull toward it was genuinely strong. And I want you to actually feel that for a second before we move on, loves, because I don't say that lightly. This reading was built to find one specific person. If it landed in front of you tonight, out of everything you could have been watching instead, that was never an accident. The Four of Wands is also showing 1111. I know that you've been seeing 1111 repeating ones everywhere, okay? Whether it's 111, 1111, or 1111, you have been seeing repeating ones. I know that you have, and you know what this means. This means that someone here is going to confess their feelings and emotions for you. And I want you to actually feel that for a second, loves. A confession. Not a hint, not a maybe, not a slow fade into something undefined. A real spoken confession of feelings and emotions. And I want you to know how rare that actually is, loves. Because most people never get real words. They get half answers, mixed signals, someone leaving them to guess. You are not getting that. You are getting a real spoken truth. Because what I say comes out on the cards. And that is how much I believe in my ability to read tarot. Energy is so, so powerful. I am not just saying this. I am saying this because it is meant for you. And I want you to hear the difference between those two things, loves. Hoping something is true versus knowing it because the cards keep confirming it. This isn't hope talking. This is pattern, repeated, undeniable. It is supposed to be for you. And when it happens for you, you will understand. Understanding, when it comes, loves, tends to arrive quietly, not with fireworks in the moment, but with a settling, a recognition that says, oh, this is what everyone meant all along. The Page of Pentacles here shows this person sees so much of your worth and your value. They feel so connected to you. They feel so drawn to you. They really appreciate you. They feel like your energy is so, so powerful. And this person is going to literally come to you and admit their feelings for you. And I want you to know something about what it means when the Page of Pentacles carries this energy, loves. This is not a fleeting attraction. This is someone who has actually studied you, who has watched the way you move through your life, the way you treat people, the way you show up. And what they've seen has only made them surer. I want you to claim this, okay? Claim this reading, claim this message. they are going to come to you and express and admit their feelings and love for you. Comment down below. And it's a really interesting one because I feel like the affirmation should be something like, they love me, but it's really interesting because I feel here there's something about 11:11. Their confession comes at like 11:11 a.m. or 11:11 p.m. Whenever you're watching this, whatever day you're watching it on, at some point, whenever they express their feelings to you, could be in one day, could be in 1 week, could be in 1 month. Whenever they confess their feelings, pay attention to the time. It will be around 11:11 a.m. or 11:11 p.m. I'm just telling you that, okay? But I want you to claim the energy by commenting down below, they love me. Okay, they love me. Like this video, make sure you are subscribed. You must be subscribed. And I want to say why the claiming actually matters here, loves. It is not just a comment for the sake of a comment. When you speak a thing into being, you align your own energy with it. You stop waiting passively and start participating in what's already moving toward you. Energy is energy. I always manifest tenfold abundance to anyone that is interacting with the readings. But also when you are interacting, right? It's energy. So in order to receive, be willing to give, this person is going to come forward towards you, okay? And they're going to confess. So this week, loves, give a little more freely than usual. A kind word, a small favor, a moment of real attention for someone who needs it. That giving is not separate from what's coming to you. It is part of what makes room for it. And look at that. You got the angel energy here, but also the Empress. The Four of Wands. Okay, first and foremost, you've got angel energy here with the Four of Wands, which I can't stop looking at. And I mean that literally, loves. This card sits on the table glowing brighter than the others around it. The way a card does when it's carrying something true, angel energy around a certainty card, is the universe practically underlining this for you. And then also, the Empress ruled by Venus, very powerful. It's all to do with love, beauty, family, also fertility as well. I feel like this person wants to settle down, and readiness like that doesn't happen overnight, loves. It builds slowly, quietly, until one day a person simply knows they're done waiting on themselves. I feel like this person is finally ready for some kind of commitment, and that is also why they want to really convey across to you, number one, how much they value you. Number two, also really just loving you, appreciating your beauty, your kindness, your care, your generosity, your sweetness. And I want you to notice how specific that list is, loves. Beauty, kindness, care, generosity, sweetness. Not one generic compliment thrown your way. This person has actually cataloged the things about you that make you, you. The Empress also really represents love and happiness and fulfillment, but also represents the fact that they are ready now to settle down. They want to have, a relationship. They want to have a marriage. They want to have family. They may want to have children here. They really want to have everything, and they want to really build with you. Think about how many people move through a life like this without ever landing on someone, loves. This person isn't drifting anymore. They've chosen a direction, and that direction is you. They want to grow with you. They want to progress things along with you. They want to make everything work with you, and that phrase, make everything work, carries real weight here, loves, because some people want the fun parts of a relationship without wanting the actual work of one. This person is showing you the opposite. They are ready for the whole thing, the easy days and the harder ones too. The Chariot, especially because the Chariot here really represents the fact that they want to come to you. They want to progress things with you. They are now ready to take that next step, that leap of faith that they were once very, very scared to do. And I want to honor that fear for a moment, loves, because fear like that doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from somewhere real, somewhere that hurt them before. And yet here they are, moving forward anyway. That is not nothing. That is courage wearing a quiet face. The Nine of Pentacles, especially with the Nine of Pentacles, right? They see your value. They know that you are kind. They know how much you give. They know how much you do. They know how much you are always willing to invest in situations. And I want to say why that matters so much, loves. Investment like yours is rarely one-sided in someone's memory. They've kept a mental record of every small thing you did without asking for credit. And it has quietly built a case in your favor that they simply can't argue against anymore. You know, they feel like you are someone that is very, very special, that they cannot let go of. Letting go of someone like you would be a very big mistake, would be a big issue, would be a major problem. They feel like your energy is so powerful, so strong, and so beautiful. And I want you to really receive that, loves, because so many of you have spent so long wondering if anyone truly saw what you carry. This person sees it clearly, completely, especially because we have got here the Ace of Cups and also the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups here really represent love, happiness, respect, joy, satisfaction, every single one of those words carrying real weight here. But also the Ace of Cups really resembles the fact that they feel like you are the one. You are the one. And I want to sit with that phrase for a second, loves, because it's not said lightly here. Two aces landing together like this is the cards underlining it, doubling it, making sure you don't miss it. Okay, so this person is going to admit their love towards you because they are so sure about you. I feel like in the past they've been in relationships that were really difficult, and they would express their love so quickly, and then the person would take them for granted. The other person would hurt them, you know, and they would feel like, oh my God, I did it too quickly. So they've always felt like I need to be 100% sure before I fully commit and also express my feelings. And I want you to understand what that protection actually cost them, loves. Holding back a real feeling for a long time is exhausting. It takes real discipline to sit on something this big until you're sure it's safe to let it out. It's almost like, you know, this person not only expresses their love for you, but also wants to commit to you at a very similar time. And it's because they want to be 100% sure, and they don't want to rush things until they fully know. And that is why things may have been a little bit slow in this connection, because they wanted to be 100% sure of your character with consistency, right? And I want to acknowledge, loves, how frustrating it must have felt being the one who stayed consistent while they took their time deciding. You were never being tested unfairly. You were simply being someone worth taking seriously enough to get right. They were paying attention to aspects of your consistency, aspects of your character, to see if both aligned and if both were consistent with one another. And I want to say something gently here, loves. Some of you have felt frustrated by the slowness, wondering why it took this long. I understand that frustration completely, but slow in this case was never distance. It was diligence. Because one thing I see for sure is that this person has in the past rushed things, and then they have regretted things because they've gotten hurt. So in this situation, they've wanted to take things slower. And by taking things slower, it's given them a better sense of peace, a better peace of mind, I would say. And it's also not made them feel as overwhelmed, because they've then thought to themselves, okay, like you are very loving, you're kind, you really are the one. And I want you to really absorb what it means, loves. That this whole slow, careful process happened inside their own head, with you never even knowing it was going on. You were being chosen quietly the entire time. You're so sweet, you're so generous, you're so loving, you inspire me. I want to build with you, I want to grow with you. You are so, so emotionally amazing, mature, respectful. You are the person, Kate. And I want to point out something, loves. Every single word in that description is about who you are as a person. Not what you look like, not what you can offer materially, your character, your maturity, your kindness. This is someone who fell for the actual you. Not only now do I know that I absolutely love you, but I also want to commit to you. Both seem to happen at the same time because you've got two aces. And I want to point out how emotionally significant that timing actually is, loves. Most people separate those two things by weeks, months, sometimes years, saying the words first, then working up to real commitment later. This person is skipping that gap entirely. Two aces, right? Two aces don't always happen at the same time, okay? Let's be very, very honest about that. They don't always happen at the same time. They do happen at the same time here, and they are going to take this action towards you, knowing and admitting their feelings and emotions towards you, knowing that they are also then ready to commit to you. And I want you to picture that moment for a second, loves. Not a slow drip of small hints over months, but one real conversation where everything gets said at once. The feelings, the readiness, the whole truth arriving together. So I think that that is really, really fascinating, okay? They're about to come forward. They're about to admit this. They're about to express this to you because they are 100% ready at this very point. And honestly, loves, in all my years reading cards, I don't see this particular combination often. Confession and commitment landing in the exact same breath. Usually one arrives first and the other takes its own separate time to catch up. Not here at this very stage in their life of wanting this to be the case and wanting this to happen with you, towards you, and for you. Notice the direction of all three of those words: loves, with you, towards you, for you. Not just an event happening to you passively, but something they are actively building alongside you in your direction for your benefit as much as theirs. They feel so connected, so drawn, so appreciative of your energy, of how incredible you are, of how sweet you are. And they really feel like you have so much to give, and you have so much goodness and so much kindness and so much stability to offer. And they feel like you probably wouldn't do them wrong. And that trust matters more than almost anything else in this reading, loves. Trust is not handed out casually by someone who's been hurt before. It is earned slowly, and you have earned it without even trying, simply by being consistent. Now, if you are looking for a sign as to how this connects to your reading, honestly, 1111, okay, 111. If you see repeating ones, because look what we have here, number 1, okay? Aces are number 1, and I want to name why the number 1 carries this specific weight, loves. It is the number of beginnings, of something starting fresh, not a continuation of an old, tired story. Every single time you see it repeating, the universe is marking a new beginning already in motion. So if you see 1-1 or 1-1-1, it is such a big sign, okay? Or 1-1-1, for example, is a big sign that is connected to this reading to tell you that the universe is literally saying, hey, look, this reading is for you. This is literally for you. This is happening to you. This is going to come to you and progress towards you. Okay, I am not even joking. It is such an amazing, amazing sign. And I want you to remember this moment, loves, the next time your mind tries to argue you out of trusting it. The signs were never subtle. They were repeated, insistent, everywhere, precisely so you couldn't miss them. And I want you to start a small habit starting tonight, loves. Every time you glance at a clock, just notice. You might be surprised how often 1111 finds you once you actually start looking for it. And I am telling you, the fact that we have so many references to the number 1, I'm telling you, put yourself first. Let this person come to you. They're going to confess. They're going to express. And I mean that in the fullest sense, loves, not selfishly, but as the foundation everything else in this reading is built on. You cannot fully receive a love like this if you are still shrinking yourself to make room for other people's comfort. This season asks you to take up your full space. They're going to commit, okay? They're going to confess. They're going to express. They're going to commit. In fact, comment that down below as well, okay? That's an amazing affirmation. And I want you to really let those 3 words settle, loves. Confess, express, commit. Not one of them without the others. The whole picture arriving together. They're going to commit. They're going to express. They're going to confess. Which would probably explain why I wasn't 100% sure about the other affirmation, because I was like, there's probably a better one. And I think this is the better affirmation, okay? This is your reading, and I mean that fully, loves. Not a generic reading that could apply to anyone. This one was built card by card, layer by layer, specifically for the energy you brought with you tonight. And before we get to the final message, I want to leave you with 3 small things to hold on to, loves. The first, don't chase this. The cards are clear that this person is already moving towards you on their own, and reaching for it before it arrives can only slow down what's already in motion. Let them come. And I know that's hard, loves, especially after waiting this long. But the 4 of Wands showed certainty on their side. Not maybe, not almost. Certainty. You don't have to manufacture what's already solid. The second, when 1111 starts showing up, pause and actually notice it. Don't just scroll past it. A clock, a receipt, a license plate. Let it land as the confirmation it is, rather than a coincidence you talk yourself out of. A small notebook or even just your phone notes app, loves. Jot down each time you see it. By the time this actually happens, you'll have a whole trail of proof leading right up to the moment. And the third, when the confession does come, receive it fully. Don't rush to figure out where it's headed before you've even let the words settle. You've waited through the slowness. You're allowed to enjoy the arrival. A 4th thing too, loves. Don't let the doubting voice in your head talk you out of this before it's even happened. Some of you have already started bracing for disappointment, already rehearsing reasons this won't actually happen. Set that voice down for now. It was built to protect you from being hurt again, and I understand why it exists, but it doesn't need to work overtime tonight. And I want to answer one more thing before the final message, loves. Why this reached you now, with this much specific detail. You needed to see the full shape of this before it arrives, so that when the small signs start showing up, you recognize them instead of dismissing them. A like on an old photo, a sudden reappearance in your notifications, their name randomly crossing your mind for no clear reason. Stay curious in this season, loves. Curiosity is exactly how you'll recognize it when it finally lands. And I want to speak to the small doubting part of you for a moment, loves. The one that's read all of this and is quietly thinking, but what if it doesn't actually happen? That voice is not wisdom. It's a pattern built from past disappointment, trying to protect you from hoping too much and being let down again. Just for tonight, loves, set that voice down and let what's true land without a fight. I've watched this pattern show up again and again in readings, just like this one, loves, where someone tells me afterward, oh my gosh, I saw that number everywhere for weeks and didn't think anything of it. And then the moment they finally paid attention, everything the number was pointing toward started to unfold almost immediately. This is already in motion, loves. The Four of Wands showed the certainty already settled in them. The Page of Pentacles showed them already seeing your full worth. The Empress and Chariot showed the commitment and the courage already forming. The Nine of Pentacles showed how special they already know you to be. And the two Aces, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, showed the confession and the commitment arriving in the very same breath. Stay open, loves. Let it arrive. Every card in this spread, loves, agreeing with every other card. No confusion, no contradiction. Just one clear, steady direction, pointing you forward. So let me lay this all out one final time, loves, slowly, so it settles into your bones. Someone is coming forward with certainty. The Four of Wands confirmed it. The Page of Pentacles showed them seeing your worth. The Empress showed them ready to settle down and build a real life with you. The Chariot showed them finally taking the leap they were once scared to take. The Nine of Pentacles showed them recognizing exactly how special you are, and the two Aces, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, showed love and commitment arriving at the very same moment, and the confirmations don't stop there, loves. The Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles doubling the number 1 means the universe underlined this message twice over, making sure you couldn't possibly mistake it for anything less than what it is. The reason it took this long was never about you. It was about them needing to be sure, taking things slowly so they wouldn't repeat old mistakes, wouldn't rush into something and get hurt again. And now, loves, they are finally fully ready. And I want you to carry that sentence with you after this reading ends. Loves, the timing was never a rejection. It was preparation, and preparation season is officially over. Watch for 1111. Watch for 111. And when this confession comes, whether it's in a day, a week, or a month, receive it fully because you have absolutely earned this. And to whoever is reading this and still doubting whether it applies to them, loves, I want to say this clearly one more time. This reading found you, not by accident, on purpose. One message, let them come to you. The clarity is already theirs. The confession is already forming. And I want to leave you with one final thought, loves, before we close completely. A year from now, or maybe far sooner than that, you're going to look back on this exact night, the one where you sat here wondering if any of this was real, and you're going to smile at how much you worried. The way we always smile at old fears once life has finally plainly answered them. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say they are about to reach out, because every word of that is true. Save this. Come back and tell me when it happens. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. Drop a comment and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.